and just how phenomenal these black women look because you know black is not crack. I'm just saying. Oh, Thelma?
Thelma still today.
What's Thelma's real name though? Say her real name.
It don't matter, Thelma.
But no, you have to give respect. What's her real name?
Ain't no one gonna know her by anything other than Thelma, so it don't matter.
Look, I can't. And why you always reference the Evans?
Hey, I'm just saying, you know.
Who is Thelma from Good Times? Siri's about to tell me. Anyway, also the girl, we were talking about the girl from
City High.
That's the girl from City High.
She is beautiful.
Yeah. Bernadette.
Bernadette, yes.
Bernadette Stannis, yep.
Yep, Bernadette.
Well, I put a space between Bern and the debt. I'm sounding like Floyd Mayweather. I was like, Bern.
Whoa, pause on that one. How you gonna talk about Floyd like that?
Shout out to Vicky said. No, just
wow.
No, Vicky was the one that outed him though on that.
But we don't know if that was true or not.
Oh yeah,
it was.
How do you know that's
It was
true?
him. It was him doing it.
I'm a Floyd fan, but it was.
How do you know that man can't read?
I didn't say he can't read.
You couldn't read that.
But that's what.
I know that.
He does have a literacy.
Maybe he has a learning disability.
Okay, so.
But he can read.
Oh yeah, he can read.
I just didn't like how Siri made me, you know. So I think fast.
So you're gonna hit Floyd in that.
And it just comes out.
And shout out to 50.
Yeah, shout out to 50.
Effing Vodka.
AKA Ferrari.
Look. I can't wait for Power to come back. Since you're talking about 50, I can't wait for Power to come back. Empire is okay, but Power is where it's at.
Empire is hard.
You've never seen Power?
Never seen either show.
Good for you.
Power's not bad.
Oh no, Power's good.
No, Empire, you can miss that. Like I can dismiss that. But Power's not a bad storyline.
I hear that Power is actually better than
it
Empire.
is.
Like I said, I've never seen the one.
Okay, have y'all watched The Wire?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's yes. So I think that's where 50 is taking Power to that status. Okay. I like Power, and I like all the
Power is very good, but it's almost like watching Game of Thrones. It's like if the kids running around, you better not put it on.
See, I never watched Game of Thrones, but I used to watch.
Was I supposed to know?
Yeah.
I watched
Spartacus.
What?
Yeah, that was like.
Yo, that was like the best show.
What's Game of Thrones?
It's like Spartacus, but so with Spartacus though, right? You know you can't watch that with kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Around. It's like no. Okay, so HBO.
You can't watch that with adults.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's like I have to like repent and pray sometimes. Like
you have to repent and
the
pray.
scenes. Look, listen, the scene in Power. I think the first episode when he came home to the girl from 702 or whatever that.
Yeah, it's Natasha.
Yeah, when he came home to her and she was like, "I'm gonna make him happy."
That's what she was supposed to do. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. But after I got to watch it, I had to pray, like, Lord.
Y'all, okay, I guess.
Listen, the show was like it was getting it on in things. It's almost like unnecessary. So in that scene, I seen how that was necessary in that particular one. But when you have those scenes over and over again, and then you just try to throw them in for shock value or to get people to want to watch it, it gets too much.
So you're saying Game of Thrones is like that?
Yeah.
So it's a porn.
Okay,
I got you.
And with midgets and.
It's little people. It's not midgets anymore. It's little people.
She just want to talk about black people with the political correct stuff.
Listen,
Look,
because
Air is what you wear inside of your head.
No.
It's
little people now. It's not midgets. It's not, because I met Amy Roloff, who is a little person, and she's like, "Do not call me no midget," so I'm not calling them midgets.
People just find stuff to get offended over.
Yeah, we don't get it twisted. I know my people.
She's the
How she punked me?
She was like, "Yo, don't call me."
No, just like don't call me African American, call me black. Don't call me African American.
Why not?
Okay.
Because I'm black.
Okay.
But go ahead. Okay, Mr. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, whatever.
What about Black America?
Call me black.
What about Blackfrican?
What is that?
Blackfrican.
I can't.
What if we have
black? That's it.
Listen,
not now. Not
festival. You want to go to a Black festival? Why not?
Because that sounds stupid. I'm just saying.
If you ever want to be hated on,
that's not hate.
just go to another black person.
That's not hate.
I'm just saying, black people hate
That's
on
not
black people.
hate.
I'm just saying, we hate on each other more than anybody else.
Yes, but y'all, okay. So you want to go there?
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, boss. Wait.
No, because you went there.
Listen,
so we hate on each other, but we always gotta have allies. You always talk about we gotta have the allies.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. No, you do not at all.
Just
yes.
Listen, I only come down every once in a while.
And I've never been in trouble until you come.
Okay, wait. So black people can't come together, right? Is what you're saying.
I'm saying.
No, just answer that. Just say yes.
Cookie saying it.
I'm saying it.
You say what?
Black people can't come
We
together.
can't come.
Yeah.
So okay. So black people can't come together. So we have to incorporate Spanish and white and Asian in order for us to come together. Is that what you're telling me?
No. Okay.
No. Those allies.
Okay, so you want to know what the pivotal moment in Selma was? You saw the movie. You know what the pivotal moment was? It wasn't when they crossed that bridge or when they got beat. It was when white people all around the country saw it on TV and it affected them. Then they said, you know what, this is not right. We got to work with them.
But black people don't have the spirit collectively, and I haven't seen the movie, and shame on me, but black people don't have the spirit back then as they have now. Now, it's all of that is lost. It's out
That's gone.
They gave them, they started giving them Mercedes-Benzes and forgot about the struggle.
Okay.
I don't need to get the bus. I'm driving now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
and all these allies, they didn't have those. They had black people.
They did have allies.
No, but the allies were not the front runners. It was the black people that were the front runners back then. Like, yeah, maybe you had a couple in the back.
Back then.
And now today, everybody wants to say that's what they do,
no,
but it's
to
not.
piggyback off of what Will was saying, which is true, like people didn't start taking notice to other people, you know what I'm saying, other races for that matter, seeing like the injustice that was happening. It was like, oh wow, like that's messed up. They getting beat like that, like. You know what I'm saying? It took other people to recognize it for it to become national. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's doing right now. That's what it's doing now. If you realize a lot more white folks, Spanish folks, are seeing all the injustices what the cops are doing. Yeah. And a lot of them are now speaking out against it because they're seeing it in front of their faces, especially the younger generations.
Absolutely.
They're speaking up more against it.
Right. So here's what happened, right? Like even in the 90s, when we were saying, look, the cops, they are killing us. They're like, oh my gosh, here we go, Rodney King again, because that was the only video. Now we get videos every day. Like, look at this video, this one. Look at this video now. Look at this one. Mm-hmm. And then, so some of the rational allies or Caucasians, they said, okay, you know what? They right. They really look every day a new video that's going viral of them getting beat like that. And I just cussed the cop out yesterday, and he gave me a ride home, and I was drunk. So,
see, I think that it changed a little bit with the social media and everything, but people didn't take notice until it happened to their people. And then they kept saying it happened to black people. Yep. And then it was like, oh no, we have to fight for this and that. But it didn't take effect until it happened to them.
Okay.
So it's like you had that one black friend and they got beat up, like, oh my God, now I have to do something because my friend got beat up.
Okay.
But everything else was fine a week ago until that person, it affected them immediately.
Well, that's what happens with any and everything. You know what I'm saying? No one ever gets involved with nothing until it affects them. Until it hits their front door, whether it be alcoholism, abuse of any sorts, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Once it hits home, that's when it resonates in your mind. Like, wow, this is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So my thing is that we have Black Legacy. We have all these other entities. No, we have all these other. You're on camera. We have all these other entities, right, in Worcester, and I happen to like be friends with like different parts of them, and there's one in everyone that hates and refuses to work with another group or another person, and that's what is disheartening to me.
You know, and we've had this conversation a while back. It's like, dang, y'all about to get. I ain't gonna, you know what?
Just do it. Go ahead. Say what you was gonna say.
What it needs to be said.
Exactly.
No, what it is, I'll use a sports analogy. Everybody can't hit the game winner. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta make the pass. You know what I'm saying? Or football or Sunday, like, no, you can't run the ball into the end zone and throw that touchdown pass. Like, you need to block. in order for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be the hero for this, and everybody wants like the recognition of it. Like somebody has to be the unsung hero. You know what I'm saying? There has to be that unnamed person that's willing to stick their neck out for the cause and be like, yo, I may not be the cat that gets it done, but I was that. Like even to say like with Dr. King, he was like, yo, like I may not see it get done. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put my neck out on the line to ensure that that the possibility of it happens. You know what I'm saying?
So real talk.
Then we get a clown like Jesse and Al Sharpton. And we all go from there.
So even look at Worcester though. So on a smaller level, we had the candidate forum a couple weeks ago. The candidate of color forum.
Yeah.
Every single person that was involved, from untying wires to plugging in something,
the logo,
room, the janitor, they all wanted logos.
Put my name on it.
All over the thing. And I'm like, man, we trying to get people to vote. The focus should be trying to get people to vote to really put people in power. And we want our name. Oh, they won't allow this unless they get the put on this and thing. That's why when I first came in here, and he was like, okay, yeah, you could be part of the team. I said, okay, you're a boss. You're the boss. I don't have to be that. That's why when I just stuck with the Men of Color think tank, I don't have to be the front person. At church, if I'm not preaching, I don't have to have the pulpit to go.
Because you understand what your lane is.
Well, I'm tired of trying to outshine people that I should be working with to try to get stuff accomplished. And that's the problem with Worcester. That's the problem.
That's not the problem. It's the problem.
It's worse with Worcester,
but it's not. That's not the problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not just Worcester's problem. That's everywhere, man.
It's concentrated in Worcester. It's really concentrated in Worcester. Not only is it concentrated in Worcester, it's.
I mean, you say that because that's where we live, and it makes sense. But I mean, listen, just with the race as a whole, as a human race, period, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. I wanna believe that so I can feel better about my people. But why is it white people can sing to get stuff like that accomplished?
Or Spanish. Don't take it away.
Listen, don't get me twisted. I agree with what you're arguing, what you're saying. We've had this conversation. Yeah, like black people, you can't.
this
you know what I'm saying? I love my people, but yeah, like it's certain things. And I use the example where a sister put on a gospel show over the summer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
shout out Michelle.
Yeah, she didn't get the support that she should have gotten. You know what I'm saying? But that's black. That's us. But there's so much other stuff like they
go to the
we put so much other things in our lane. And like I said, Will's doing that. Nah, I'm not gonna go. But I'm gonna do my own thing. Just
that's
like a month after. Not even a month afterwards. Next week, we're gonna do our
or the same day that you're doing it. That's how vindictive they are.
Oh, Rob said something about my weight. I ain't gonna eat at Adelaide's no more. Or I'm not gonna. Or he's coming on the radio. He's gonna be part of the team. Nah, I'm not. I don't need to do it anymore. Yep, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Yeah. But that's how people really are. And it be little things that you get over an argument about, and they hold on to it. It's so much pride that they will hold on to how you got slighted. To me, it's like, look, if we got to get something accomplished and you can help, then I don't care what happened to us before. Let's work, get this accomplished, and then we can do whatever after.
See, I agree with that to a certain extent. Like, my thing is stay in your lane. Understand what your strengths and weaknesses are. That's my thing. And a lot of people do not. They think their strength is talking. No, you need to shut up.
Right.
Like, you don't need to be the one in the front line speaking. Like, you need to be the one in the back doing some paperwork. File something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if you're the person that needs to take the lead and stop sitting back watching other people do things that you know is wrong.
Right.
But you will sit there and watch it happen and not say nothing. You're just as wrong. I don't like it.
You gotta know when to pick and choose your battles. So
it's stay in your lane and you won't get hit at the end of the day.
Well, so this is why, and you know, this is why I'm gonna say it. This is why someone writing a blog anonymously can have more followers and have more people and get more stuff done than a whole group of collective people that are out there.
But then sometimes, I mean, when you're saying things that other people were thinking or saying, I mean, you use the presidential candidate.
Yep.
Who's doing that now? You know what I'm saying? He's saying what a lot of people want to hear, or
what they want to say, but they're afraid to say.
Okay,
Yo, you know what's crazy about that? I have a cousin. You know, I think you know my cousin too. I ain't gonna. I'll tell you his name after. But he sent me a picture of Robin. You know the picture that has like Batman slapping Robin. I don't know if you ever seen it. So in the title of the words, it had Robin saying Black Lives Matter, and then Batman slapping him saying No, All Lives Matter. And this is from my cousin, so that broke my heart. Yeah. And I tried to explain it to him. I said, listen, how could you watch a video of an officer doing something to killing a black man and then say all lives matter? And he said, because God said all lives matter. I really, I was so heartbroken. But it's just like, how people can think so differently.
But I mean, for the times of what's happening, yeah. And I don't want to say for the times. Overall, Black lives do matter. But your cousin is right to a degree. Exactly. All lives do matter. You know what I'm saying?
See, you guys are about to break my heart. Because
if you keep going back to Black Lives Matter, knowing Doggo Village has nothing to do with our black men being shot, stabbed.
Yes,
no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It turned into, because that's what everybody calls hashtag, but that's not what it was.
Doesn't matter. That's what it is.
No, it's not. It's not. That's not what it was. That wasn't the intent of it. That was not the intent of it.
No matter what's the intent of it, what it's used for now is that.
But now it's Black Lives Matter on everything, and that has nothing to do with it.
As it should be.
No, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
So when you say all lives matter to oppose Black Lives Matter, what you're saying is that.
I don't say neither.
Okay, well you should say Black Lives Matter.
Just to chime in, I think my personal opinion on what's kind of happening with that, it is just like. You remember how they had like black people used to march in the 50s and 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
So it went from the black struggle to it got incorporated with everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it ended up weakening, because it was about the black people's movement. You know what I'm saying? It was about us getting recognition. You know what I'm saying? They walked in bridges and took them beatings because they wanted listen, look how we're being treated. We want equal. We want fairness. You know what I'm saying for us. And then it got incorporated with the women's movement and everything else, and it shifted away from that. So then what happens now is everything else got swept under the rug.
Okay.
As far as what the original purpose of it was, and now it's non-existent. Now look at the state, and that's the biggest reason why the black communities are the way that they are today. That focus and that drive was lost. Everything else got incorporated in that, except for what it started out to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the Black Lives movement doesn't get to that point, you know what I'm saying? It's still bringing attention to the problems, you know what I'm saying, of what's happening to the black lives. So yes, black lives do matter, but to a degree, all lives matter as well, you know what I'm saying?
Right, so, but when you say Black Lives Matter, you're saying Black Lives matter, they should matter to police, to the system.
It should matter to everybody.
Right, it should. But when you say all lives matter, you're saying, you're basically saying, black people have nothing to complain about. These police killings, these things are going on like that. That's
See, I don't see it like that, but I understand what you're saying because it's kind of like, once again, it's all being lumped into a whole. This specific group right here, there's an injustice that's happening and it's been happening for years. But that's this country, man. That's America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is in a nutshell. Anything. And I used to say this all the time, when I had conversations with dude, we could be having a serious conversation, Bill, let a 2 Live Crew video come on, some booty shaking, and our attention is my fault, what was you just saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what happens. You throw everything, you put something else in the obstacle, another obstacle in the path, and it just it just diverts everybody's attention off of the main issue.
Okay, so here's where we kind of go left with it though. You said someone puts on a 2 Live Crew video, and then we all looking at it. It's our people in the 2 Live Crew video.
But that's design. That's design.
Right, yeah. Right. What I'm saying is it goes back to us being our biggest obstacle, and we still our biggest obstacle.
But a lot of times we don't know it.
A lot of times we don't know it. So right, and that's true. Yeah. A lot of times we don't know it. But how long do we allow? How long before we have to say, okay, it's time to wake up? I don't know.
It should have been, and that's what everyone that was fighting up until this point was fighting for that. You know what I'm saying?
So
the powers that be will not. They don't want that to happen because they know once black people truly unite, it's over.
Right.
I say that all the time.
So to your point, where you said we don't need allies because once we wake up and know what's going on, or know what the power that we truly have as people, that goes along with what he said. So in that sense, you're right.
And then, I mean, not to cut you off, but to go even further than that, those allies are black people as well, a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? And that, I mean, this is getting off into a whole nother thing now. But the Latinos, the majority of them is blacks, you know what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, they're black people. When it's
yes,
all
a police officer will beat on them and shoot them.
They just got dropped off to pick sugar cane, and the black people here got dropped off to pick cotton. But they're still black, but once again, all of that is brought in. It's the separation. As long as you keep us all divided, hey, if I can look at you and be like, man, he's Dominican, he ain't black. Or you're Dominican, be like, I'm not black, I'm Dominican. You know what I'm saying?
See, my thing is, but it's, the thing about it is that even though this divide has happened, Dominican, Puerto Rico, whatever, they still are one. At the end of the day,
absolutely, because
Puerto Ricans stick together.
That Spanish Day parade on the downtown, they are all on their cars, the flags, full force.
Yes,
and
they know how to
have a
stick
sense
together.
of identity because at the end of the day, they've been given an identity of who they are.
Right.
And black people still do not know if we from Africa. We're not really from Africa either because we were taken, right?
Right.
So we don't know anything about Africa. We come over to America, which is not ours either. So we still don't know. Are we supposed to be here? We have never known, and until that, I think that question gets answered. Where and who and where are we from? None of this is going to change. So all of these groups, all of this hashtags, is not going to do anything until that question is answered. Where are you? Who are you?
That is impossible to answer.
Exactly.
No, it's not impossible to answer. I can tell you who I am.
Who are you?
I'm the original man.
Hey! And I am the earth at the end of the day, I'm just saying. But look, I'm done with it.
AKA Lucifer, until number 2. No, but it's like I said, I think to an extent you're right. I think I might stand corrected here about Black Lives Matter. I think I might stop, rocking with that.
No, you can't do that because Black Lives do matter, man. When it's all
no. What I'm saying is not about. See, when I say Black Lives Matter, I'm pleading, stop killing us. I'm pleading, stop discriminating against us. I'm pleading, stop treating us like 1/3 of a human being.
Exactly.
I'm done pleading to them. I need to start pleading to my people.
Absolutely.
Let's work
together.
Yeah. So. Right, so
come together, and if you don't,
Black lives still matter, most definitely. But I think tell people in power, stop treating us like we're not in power.
You got to start demanding respect, man. When it's all said and done, if people don't want to give you respect, you got to slap your way to respect.
You got to put your foot down.
You said you were retired a couple.
Listen. Any parent would tell any black parent would tell you, don't beat no fool. Don't get nobody a stick to beat you with. When it's all said and done, that's what it is.
I would call him double spectrum. Because he always like, I gotta get out of here real quick. Now he's sitting grabbing the mic. I am ready to go. The fight will get ready to go. An hour and a half later, then he said he
was doing a lot. I did that.
Yeah, I'll just leave after the next break.
Yeah.
Oh, the break didn't happen yet.
I'm getting it all in now because y'all might, I don't know.
We got about 10 minutes left. We got about 10 minutes left.
So you set me up. See, I'm not conscious of time. I was doing laundry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go back and I gotta wash my whites. I started with the dogs first.
White linen matters, man.
I think what you're saying, Will, about being empowered and all of that stuff needs to happen. But you should not have to join a movement in order for that to happen. And that's what the whole Black Lives Matter is. It's a movement with limitations at the end of the day. And it has to be certain
I
things.
disagree with that.
No, there's certain things that have to be done with Black Lives Matter because it's not about our black men being killed, black women being killed. That wasn't it. With that, it has to be geared towards the LGBT, transgender, all of that has to be geared towards that.
No, that's something separate.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
yes,
not.
It
Black
is.
Lives Matter came from that. And when you start a chapter here or anywhere else, that is the forefront of what it is.
Well,
No, it's not. You better look into it.
No, I'm saying if that's where it is, and that's wrong. Because Black Lives Matter should be about Black Lives Matter. But
it wasn't that. Like to have a chapter here. I spoke with, some of them will be on our show in the new year. In order to get the chapter out here, it has to be geared towards transgender and LGBT.
Well, that's crazy.
You know what? But you know what? That's another systematic plan to keep us separate.
And that's my issue.
Would not rock with. You're talking about Black Lives Matter being something that goes against my faith. I will have to decline respectfully because my Lord and Savior comes first in my life.
So but my thing is that look, it was good. But my thing is that's the stipulation on it. And that's why I'm like, stop these fads that happen. There's always an underlining, because the original reason for Black Lives Matter was because of two bisexual black women.
I know they started. I know it was started.
And that's what it was. But then once Ferguson happened, that hashtag just stuck with it, Black Lives Matter. But that was not the intent of it. And then when you start these chapters, because it has gotten national attention, because everybody thought it was something else. Nobody did the knowledge for themselves.
Okay, so about your limitations comment, the only limitations that can be held on any movement are the people involved.
There's the minds behind it.
Yeah, it's the people involved in it. So if we started Black Greatness
Another Black
starts.
Panthers?
Another Black Panthers or something like that. The only thing that will destroy us is us.
Exactly.
And that's
the only thing that continues to happen, cycle after cycle after cycle, is we destroy ourselves.
Okay, so what are we going to do? Boss, what are you going to do now? What are you going to change about, because you have people that you refuse to deal with?
Yes.
Or no? Okay, would you ever reconsider?
No.
If you're not going to be part of the...
No. I am all for unity, but I know that certain lanes I cannot go down.
What about this? What if these individuals come to you and like, sister, I want to put my differences aside with you, if that's the case, and be a part of the movement. But I want to combine with you and work. Let's work together towards this single common goal.
Right now.
Okay.
So mad.
I'm not mad. Not at all.
Could you put that aside if they're extending the olive branch to you?
Boss, can I just say something really quick before you answer your question? Mm-hmm. The last debate we just had just now, you won.
I know.
And that was that's because of Rob. He was a good lawyer for you, so you won.
Oh, dog. I couldn't even win that on my own. Okay.
No,
I'll take the help. I'll take the help.
I'm just saying you did.
I got you.
Okay.
So to answer the question.
So to answer the question.
Yeah.
Because I know who I am, I probably would work.
Okay.
But I would be.
I mean, of course, you keep your.
My
you
guard
get
is
brought
up.
Yeah, because you're always waiting to get snaked or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're snakes.
So,
and I don't deal with snakes.
So you want to know how this is going to have to work? The way this is going to have to work is, one, we're going to have to stop putting us first. Stop putting ourselves first. Meaning, we have to think about the bigger picture, the bigger movement. Because, I work with people now, and I'm not telling their business, but I'm kind of put them under the bus. Some of us, we're like, oh, look, I got to work this day, I can't meet this day, I got to this day, I got to take my daughter to Disneyland, and I got to go up here, and then, I have a doctor's appointment, I got to get my teeth cleaned, I got teeth cleaning, and then, Rob said something about my weight, so I got to go to the gym, and stuff like that, and then we're not... And
there's always an excuse to not do something.
Yes.
But that comes from them seeing
right. But if you want to change your life, it's going to require sacrifice.
And it's change. But the issue is that a lot of people do not want to see themselves successful. That is the issue. It's an insecurity where if I stay right here, I can always fight against it. But if I get what I'm fighting for, what do they have to fight for?
It's like a snowball. It should get bigger.
But not everybody does that.
They want instant gratification success. Like if you say, no, we're doing this now for our kids to have a better future. Oh, no, I can't do that. I got to spend time with my wife. I got to spend time with the kids. Stuff like that. It's going to require sacrifice.
Indeed.
And then until we are ready to sacrifice, we're going to be in the same situation that we're in now.
And nobody's really willing to do that. Nobody wants to lose.
I'm willing to do it.
Nobody wants to lose.
I'm willing to do it.
I'm willing to do it, man.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Listen, we'll see.
If I can put pause on people, I'll come out of retirement.
Look, I've been waiting to put pause on somebody. Listen, it's been a long minute. But, no, I gotta know. I think it should. I hope it does one day. Because when my kids grow up, I don't want them to be the same. I don't want this to be the same thing. Otherwise, they gotta get out of Massachusetts.
All right, but you know what my problem is? I used to be nice with the hands. But now, like, it's just like basketball. But see, like basketball too, right? I notice every year my shot get off and off more. I got this fat under my arms, so it's kind of messed up. I have to twist a little more before taking my shot now. So I
am so done with Will.
It's hard to pull it down.
Well, whatever it is.
You gotta
as time evolves, just like I'll take like Michael Jordan. He was flying all over the place as a young man.
Right.
As time evolved, his game changed. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
you still gotta have the same.
Right. You gotta
grow
with
that.
But
you gotta grow with it.
So
you might have been 150 pounds when you started, and you're 165 pounds now.
Okay.
You gotta master that.
Okay.
You know?
Feel that.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna take a pause and we're gonna come back because we didn't talk about nothing we wanted to. We didn't talk about nothing that we were supposed to be talking about. But I'm happy we had this conversation.
Yes.
So if anybody was listening, you understand if you extend that to me because I've already tried it, I'm not doing it again.
All lives matter.
No, I didn't say all that either. If you extend that, I will, I'll let it be.
It's the godly thing to do, sister.
That sounds like pride. Like if you come to me.
No, that's not pride. No, because I've done what I could. Okay. And I went above and beyond.
Okay.
And it was not received at all. And it was disrespected. And so now once...
I mean, you can't take it as that, but sometimes...
No, it was disrespect.
Listen, sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
See, this one right here.
No, listen, sometimes...
It's pride, honey. That's your pride.
It ain't even
pride, honey. It's your pride. It's your pride. It's pride.
Joy, we not like that.
It's your pride, though. It's your pride that gets like... It is. It's pride.
Okay.
But there's a time for all things. It says it in Ecclesiastes, brother. So sometimes you gotta...
Oh, my God.
No, but seriously, sometimes you gotta... the timing of certain things can be off, so now might be the season for that.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
You just have to be open for it, that's all.
Always be willing to reconcile.
You just hit me with the open. You just hit me with the open of your heart.